actually hope y'all lose because that was some bullshit. I'm trying to get back at them niggas. Fuck out there. Them niggas is trash. Basura. Basura. Back in the chat I go.
Hey yo! Green light. Dead. That's what you're talking about. He's dead. Come back around for that same game. Yeah. Word? Yeah, good shit, big boy. This fucking game, yo. Get that shit, big boy. Good shit. I gotta shoot that. I don't know. Where y'all niggas at? Where y'all shooting? Y'all can be making that. shit, like, see I go in game chat, that's right about the fucking focus, like, give me that, right? Fuck you thought, nigga. Mom ass dickhead. I'm going to that hole, too. Come on, big boy, put it up and get out of there. Put it up and get out of there, big nigga. Word. Oh, and I'm checking Ray? That's why he almost got that little fake ass tail. I got Mo. Stay down there, I got Mo. Even though Mo. Huh? I got Ray now. Nope. Nope. Fuck out of here. Half a beer the nigga I had dead out there. Take him, keep taking. How the fuck you can't check me, Ray? You're a clown, boy. Too fast. He gonna try to pass if he think he on fast, yeah. Nope. Ray, well, I don't know why you thought you was getting that boy. I don't know. You missed it. Keep taking, keep taking, keep taking. Here I go, here I go, here I go, here I go, here I go. Oh, my fault. Damn, put it up. Put it up, 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 bro. Hey, man, you got the big boys there. You gotta remember that. Still got fucking 2 seconds for tampering? What the fuck?
They're like 4 pump fakes. It's 8. Oh, too fucking little. It's like Shaq on Derek Fisher.
He trying to cross me out. Like, come on. I got my big boy right there. Tell him. I love Ray. I love Ray, man. Look at that. Go ahead, big boy.
Ray don't got guys like that. Ray got guys like that.
Go ahead,
Ray,
Ray. Man, that was a block.
he
It
know
was a
it.
block.
He know that shit was a block.
There we go. Where the fuck is my fire? This damn mosquito. Killing me. Alright, pass to the Papa Bear. Alright, pass. Shoot it up, Papa Bear. See, this game, yo. Gang, 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 gang. Go ahead and do some selfish shit. Come on. Go ahead and do some selfish shit. All you want. Man, this game crazy, man. Fake his toss over, like, and then he gonna shoot it.
He ain't got the answers.
I'm about to put him in the post again and let him know he really ain't got the answers. Watch this, bro. Watch this. Oh, I ain't trying to do that move. That's not the move I tried to do. He really ain't got the answers for me, bro. Look at him. Now you want to get like me. I'm gonna set this pick and go on the post. Hold on. There you go. Sick.
Look at
Oh,
him
yeah,
about to try to whip me. It ain't gonna happen, bro. Pull that, pull that, pull that.
This game, man, when they get to 2 seconds, they be cheating.
That's a fact.
Man.
Yesterday.
Fix that shit, okay? Give me that. Go ahead, shoot it, Ray.
Do you? Do you?
Shoot it, bro. Shoot, man. Oh,
Back out, back
you
out.
good.
I walk with you.
Yeah, I know he there. And this damn mosquito, yo. I'm telling you. I sprayed the room with Febreze and everything to wet his wings, like die, nigga. Get out, Ray. He gonna do something stupid. He gonna do something crazy. Got the camera.
Good take.
You know, see the way on the floor. He on the floor, yeah. What are you falling for? Get off the floor. Palm sleeves, nigga. I got my man gonna hold me down until I wake up, homie. Okay, I told you.
Shit.
Told you. He too alert. That's all, man. That's all, yo.
I got one for him.
Bro, you came back into everything, my nigga. That's why I told you stop that shit. That shit ain't good. I just knew you was gonna sleep.
Figure that shot.
This damn mosquito, yo. I'm about to shit.
No threes, no threes, no threes. Come on, 2K.
Oh, he dead. Ray, come on, chill out, Ray.
Oh my god, let me kill this nigga.
God, I'm gone. There you go.
The biggest bailout ever, boy. Biggest bailout ever. I swear to God, I put it on my dead. The biggest bailout ever.
That nigga Papa Bear fucking blew the game.
Oh my fucking God, boy.
Super good.
That shit crazy. I like that boy art up though. Woo! 3 for 8, homie?
He did. And I won.
Sheesh. Nigga, I locked you up. You tried to force so many shots on that baseline. I shut that shit down.
I don't know if you know how much peak shit happened. Like, you still lost, and I got cheated. All them shots that I shot, I didn't shoot them.
Oh, now you didn't shoot him? So who the fuck was pressing your square button? A ghost?
One fake hook was all. I didn't mean to shoot it like that. You falling to the floor getting 3 buckets, homie. Like, wake your ass up, boy.
Yeah, that was the only free bucket that you got.
I got like 6 points on your head. Get this motherfucker. But
Yeah, this gonna be why it even had to be a war? Like, I don't know why. It's a war. Fuck it. Say somebody motherfucker throwing a towel. Which we ain't gonna do.
check that out, right? Check that out. I got moves with the big bull.
He dog. That's my dog. I was talking to Ray on the other side, man. My bad. I see you. Drop him off.
Come on, man. Go rebound, big boy. I can't believe they switched the shot ability.
Right there.
Ridiculous. Well, Liquor?
Yeah.
Man, this shit been bouncing and shit. I mean, I'll never do that. Yeah, I never do that shit. My shit been bouncing. That's all them picks, nigga. You get niggas who still know how to set up. Screen, baby.
You know I got dash to sell, man.
Oh yeah, he forcing. Okay. you ain't passed me the ball.
Nah, I was looking for big boy. I ain't even gonna front. That's probably what fucked me up.
I was open for an hour, my nigga. Got a bounce ball. Big boy even though I was open. I was like, just pass me the ball. I ain't about to pop that. Hold on. You on that post and you do your thing, my nigga. That ass. Set you up.
You see, you know. Big boy.
Good shit, big boy.
That was my bad. I didn't even let y'all spot up down there. Look at you,
That's the
bro.
fact. Hold on, don't force it to him. See? Come on, bro.
I seen a nigga. I'm thinking he about to bounce back his miles. This nigga on some other shit. Oh,
Let him shoot, but you clown.
that's how the fuck you get that back. Push that nigga right in the legendary. Huh.
No. What? Yeah, what was that?
Some old bum
Clown?
movie shit.
I don't
Big
think.
old
I
T.
don't. I don't.
Get
I
the
don't
fuck
know
out of
what.
here.
This shit crazy. I need a new
This
shot.
nigga weird.
Ace. I believe this shit did this to me. A matter of one fucking upload. Go ahead, big boy. Niggas
Told
real
the nigga
quick.
hold me. He got that one.
He dead.
That's ass nigga. Gave it to him. He missed it.
I'm dead, Joe. I got you, big boy. I'm dead, yo. This shit crazy. Hit it. I'm just really close to the shot. Man, get the fuck up, boy. What's wrong with you? Let me learn this shit real one time.
Hey, Art.
Yo.
I don't mean to cut you off, man. You might watch what you're saying, cause I'm streaming my shit. I'm gonna let these other niggas know y'all need to start fucking with our job shot, yo. That ain't cool.
Let me get it. Touch and shoot game. They said they fixed that. They said it wasn't gonna go over the basketball.
They just said bullshit.
Green light, they dead. I know they gonna let out. They gave the green light right in their face.
Holla at that boy Wade, man. Only had 2 points, but it's all good.
How many assists? 12? 3? Fuck out of here. How I score so much?
I'm chilling.
Yeah, I swear more. Yo, like, how you in dead? Devil wing? The niggas move yet? Hell nah. I did what I had to do. I ran in the truck and I didn't know mad. Hey. Niggas. Fine.
That nigga crazy.
I did what I had to do to let the truck
Alright, Papa, bro. I'm about to drop off, man. Stop.
Bro, you went 1 for 5, bro?
Man, you know how this new shit is. Don't come at my man Mo for that. You know how this shit is.
You went 1 for 5, bro? Nah. But that's not his sharpshooter, so he can't say shit. 1 for 5?
Man, please, bro. You know that's not his. Oh, that's not his shot.
1 for 5? No, that's not his sharpshooter. Look at you trying to make up excuses for him.
Damn, Mo.
And guess what? All of them shits was wide open. Every single last one of them shits. There's no excuse for that shit. Yeah. Please go get your sharpshooter.
Did you hear?
Wait, hold on. I gotta get back in the game chat.
Ask me what role you wanted on a cigarette. I know you didn't ask for them ones, but I see.
Thank you. Do we have anything like candy wise out there? Do we have any kind of candy or anything out there?
Come on, okay.
Yeah, that big
Word,
thing. You
yo.
didn't have that for Halloween.
I'm getting
Now you have some butterfingers in the freezer.
Oh, I had a couple of throw them things away. They don't taste right.
Well, they've been open.
Yeah, throw them things away. Just give me whatever you say your mom brought.
I don't know where the hell this nigga. Oh, this nigga Pop left.
This is 2K Sports. Bernie Johnson here. Welcome everybody. We have the great Shaquille O'Neal. And
That nigga Pop nice.
In some minds, KennyBlack31's.
He did bad that one game, but then he stepped it up after that. He alright.
For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Boston Celtics as they go up against the Detroit Pistons. Well, for Detroit, playing above 500 in the last few weeks, not bad. They'd like to do better. We'll see if they can add a win tonight. This Celtics group, led by Coach Brad Stevens, he has them fighting every minute of every game. Shaq, he is definitely one of the bright young coaching stars in this league.
Yeah, he pushes every player on his roster to compete. He gets more out of this roster than the sum of his parts. That's real geometrical, isn't it?
You almost lost me.
Yeah, I am lost. But I'll tell you, what he's done since he's come from the collegiate ranks is he has instilled a style of play in those Celtics. So when you watch the Celtics every night, you say, okay, I know what to expect. Opposing teams respect him. His players love him.
And now we send you to Kevin Harlan as they get ready for the opening tip.
See, the flexibility of this weightlifting is paying off, man. Check me out. Yeah, I got work to do. Looking to catch up with you soon, man. Just need a couple magazine covers and I'm good. You're delusional. You look string big, man. Look, man, I need to talk to Xavier. All I need to do is a few more curls, and I have those movie star arms. It's gonna take a lot of work. Yeah, but I can do the work. You ready to put it in? Yeah, huh? You know me. I'm gonna catch up to you. Just be ready when it happens. Okay, you see those. This ain't happening overnight, baby.
There is somebody who I want to knock off. Definitely want to go visit that nigga park. Oh, I think this nigga Park Wayne got his other player.
Thank you. Whatever. You like it.
And on the lead, one problem opposing coaches are having with slowing them down is that they seem to always know where each other is on the floor. One coach described it as trying to guard one player who is controlling two bodies. It's impossible. This looks like just the start for Prez and Young. Back to you.
Dave, thanks for that. It's incredible how the tandem of Prez and Young move in concert out there.
Orange juice has absolutely taken the lead by storm. A year ago, a statement like that would have made no sense at all. But right now, they are the talk of the NBA.
And with the All-Star game coming up, Chris, the wealth of the break has grown considerably since you played.
I love it. You know, you need those extra days. You know, you want to make sure guys give their all at the All-Star game and engage with the fans, have fun. And so to make sure they do that, you got to give them just a little bit more time in that space. So I love that the NBA was considerate enough to the players to give them that little bit of extra rest to make that playoff push.
Excellent point. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Jackson and KCP are in the backcourt together. John Lure's out there with Tobias Harris. And it's Drummond in at the 5 spot. On the basket by Jones. And how incredible has it been to see the development of the Orange Juice tandem. Two rookies just setting the league alight with their incredible play.
And the most jaw-dropping thing to me is how well this pair works together. They know exactly when to cut or where to move in order to set one another up. Well, they make it look easy.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That's his first foul. And you'll ask defenders or would-be defenders of Drummond, he can just punish you physically.
If he drops his shoulder into you, it's like getting hit by a runaway freight train. Because of how strong he is under the rim, he can just shrug off defenders who don't have a strong base. If he gets it on the low block, it's a dunk pretty much every time.
Now here's Jones. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. He gets it in there. Jones has got his second basket of the game. Well, you go around the league and talk to players, and a lot of them are in close touch with Prez. Surprising to see such a well-connected young player.
And it began with his time, I believe, playing for USA. And he's kept those relationships intact during his NBA career. Prez knows the value of reaching out to others and really just picking their brain.
Harris dishes to Lure. Just 5 on the clock. There's a screen. Caldwell Pope. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Caldwell Pope.
What you doing? You playing
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Young with the ball. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Bucks in Milwaukee. And there's Johnson. Johnson's got his first bucket in this one. Jackson against Jones. On the way, Jackson. A 17-point game for him in the win against the Heat in Miami. The Celtics have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. By Horford. Here's Jones. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Jones has got 6.
Their offense looks extremely fluid right now. 4 makes on all 4 shots.
Jackson passes to Caldwell Pope. Here's Harris. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
Oh, you love the use of the mid-range jumper from Harris. Just takes his time and makes sure he's in rhythm before releasing the shot.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Johnson to screen. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Lure. Caldwell Pope against Young. Passes it to Jackson. There's the pick. Inside, just 5 to shoot. Harris misses.
Well, you gotta love the little man climbing up against the skyscraper and coming away with a big rebound.
Here's Jones, and there are the Celtics with another basket.
Keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Pistons trail by 3. Jackson kicks to Drummond. Harris outside. To Drummond. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
One thing that Drummond might not get enough credit for is his play on the defensive end. He's very strong, not only at blocking shots, but keeping players from getting comfortable, keeping them out of their comfort zone. It's hard to set up in the post when you got a big man like that, man.
And Chris, with Drummond, the defense also comes in the form of quick hands. He gets a lot of steals for a second. He used that pitch to perfection. And that's now 10 points for Rain Man.
This team is going right now. Still haven't missed the shot.
Caldwell Pope against Young. Caldwell Pope kicks to Jackson. The feed to Drummond. Here's Caldwell Pope. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against Milwaukee.
And really an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it came in the opponent's building. And there's no question it was their offense that carried it. Oh, man, yeah, he scored in a number of ways. Half-court transition, inside, outside. They just were unstoppable.
And here's Jackson after the three-pointer from Al Horford. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Now, this team at times on the floor can remind you of the 2004 Pistons and how they play. Very unselfish, defensive-minded, and playing for one another. No big star, but doing what they can to get wins.
First one falls for. And with that 2004 Piston team, Chris, you mentioned, that was the last title the franchise took back to Detroit. What a team, too, led by Ben Wallace.
Well, you talk about team basketball, and they pulled off one of the bigger upsets in the NBA Finals history when they dismantled the Lakers team stuffed with future Hall of Famers. They played the better team ball and were able to overcome Kobe and Shaq with GP and the
Here's Jones. He's got 10. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
The focus from Horford, I mean, just shrugging off.
Wait, hold on, I gotta start the squad all over.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Find the lane. Find the lane. What's up?
Oh, yeah, we had running early. We left Sunset.
And that one misses.
One thing I like with the Celtics, you see the chemistry and the continuity, not just on the court, but on every level. Coach, front office, ownership, they're all on the same page.
Jones, after the missed 3 from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. The second effort, good on the shot. 7 points for Horford.
No, you can't forget about Horford. I mean, Harvey outspaces the Celtics.
Jackson dishes to Drummond. It's good. get the assist this time from Jackson. 6 points for Drummond. And for the Celtics as an organization, when you have that trust and that common understanding, Chris, that makes a huge difference.
Well, you have to give the leadership some credit because part of being a great organization is hiring great people and letting them do their job. Ownership and management are involved, but not overbearing. And forward thinking, this is a franchise that is exploring every avenue to find an edge.
The Celtics have started out 0 of 1 from the line. This in their only other attempt early. That one misses for Jones. Pistons trail by 7. Jackson passes to Caldwell Pope. Another miss by Caldwell Pope.
His shot hasn't been going in, and they will probably have to look for someone else to step up and block.
Horford has a wide open look. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Horford's got 10.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Little work, gentlemen. Let's go now. Hustle up. I love the energy, fellas. I really do. And now we got to keep it up and stay focused. Remember, you're my Pippen, you're my Jordan. Finish this game like they are.
You've been a part of some great teams that knew how to work well together as a unit. What is needed, you think, from teammates in order to make that happen?
I think you need good leaders, and good leaders are always known to be great followers. And so I think you need great chemistry. Most importantly, talent, and the talent to execute, and a coach who understands that can deliver a message and inspire. So it's a lot of moving parts. Number one, you just have to be blessed, lucky enough to be in the right situation at the right time.
Great way to put it. Now here's Jackson. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. Jones for 3. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Outside Jackson. There's the screen. Pass to Drummond. 6 on the shot clock. They need this. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside, Jones. And Crowder with the basket on the assist by Jones. Crowder's got his first points of the night.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Knocked loose. It's stolen by Jones. From deep. And again, Buxton with the triple.
Yeah, they were relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Here's Jackson. Down low. Here's Drummond. And that one is good. Drummond's got 8 points. Celtics lead by 16. Outside, Jones. From deep 3-point range. An absolute pound from 3-point range.
And they're getting their points now almost.
What?
Legendary don't want to quit game. Legendary don't want to quit game. Legendary don't want to quit game. I'll put his ass in a quick game.
Exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Jackson. Six to shoot. Top of the key. And it comes off the front of the rim. Jackson's gone 1 of 3 from the field. Jones for 3. Here's Crowder, and he uses the glass on the layup. Crowder's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
You know, few players in this league tougher than Crowder stuck his nose in there and made a play.
Jackson kicks to Caldwell Pope. Back to Jackson. And shot on the way. Jackson missing again.
He's really had a rough quarter on the offensive side of the floor.
Back to Young. Puts up a three. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Boston. Olynyk comes in for Crowder. And Bradley subbed in for Brown. And then for Detroit, Morris is checked in for Lure. Johnson comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Ish Smith in for Reggie Jackson. Drummond with a screen on Young. Caldwell Pope loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
I love the form that Caldwell Pope has. When he's open in the mid-range, he feels comfortable rising up through.
It's Jones on the wing. Covered by Smith. On the basket by Jones.
His team is up, and that's how we play the game. Bring it in. Let's go. I like what I see out there, fellas. We're playing like we wanted more than them. Just keep squeezing that orange juice, gentlemen.
Thanks to take over as head coach. And also, a terrific trade with Brooklyn, getting 3 first-round picks and the right to swap picks in exchange for Garnett and Paul Pierce.
Celtics making a switch here. Zeller's checked in, and the Pistons making a change here as well. Marjanovic checked in for Drummond. Morris with the screen for Smith. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Here's Caldwell Pope. Again, the miss by the Pistons. And you talk about that trade with the Nets. Looking back, what a trade for the Celtics.
Wow, I forgot about that. Yeah, Brooklyn's run with Pierce and KG was short-lived, and as their fortunes have waned, it's been one heck of a windfall for these guys in green. So many young assets. You knew they had to make some moves just to fit their roster limitations.
And here's Smith following the three from Jones. Morris with the ball. And Zeller picks him up defensively. Young dishes to Olynyk, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Olynyk's got his first basket of the night.
Trying to play
To a strong start here early. 6 points. Second chance bucket.
and Jordan.
Tipped away. And here we go. Young's got it. The fast break chance. Bradley can't get it to go. The Pistons shooting to start this game off about 31% from the floor. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. 1:30 left in the first quarter. Near the three-point line, it's Morris. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
That TV bad loud that we can hear everything that's going on.
Johnson against Bradley. Here's Olynyk, and it's good.
Yeah,
Who finds out gets the shot and go to the free throw line.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Well, Kelly Olynyk out of Gonzaga, maybe the closest, Chris, we've seen to Dirk Nowitzki when you talk about 7-footers who can space the floor.
Well, he's a 7-footer now, but he grew up playing guard before he had that late growth spurt. You just don't find many players of his size with that kind of shooting and fluidity with the ball. I think his agility at his size is probably the most underrated aspect to his game.
Here's Baines. That's short off the rim.
Really surprised he clanked out. He makes those on the regular.
Young with no one around. Here's Olynyk. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. And this is his second trip to the line in the game. On the free throw, no good. The Pistons, Chris, a team that continues to develop their outside game.
Well, it makes sense when you look at the Pistons roster. They've made sure to add more and more shooters at every position they can. With the team being built around Drummond, you want to open up space for him to go to work in the paint, draw those double teams, kick it out, and let the shooters do their job.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now, here is Smith. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. The pass to Marjanovic. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
They've been sensational on the backcourt to start this game.
Young pass to Olynyk. Bradley against Morris. Olynyk take a screen on Morris. And here's Bradley from three. And again, Boston with the triple.
Man, they are doing some damage from deep.
Well, they have some terrific shooters on their squad, and they're all shining brightly for them today.
We're at the end of the first quarter, and what a blowout already in this one. It's the Celtics opening up a huge gap. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And Celtics head coach Brad Stevens lured away from a very successful tenure with the Butler Bulldogs. He talked about the challenge of making that decision.
The only hard part of that decision is leaving a place that you really loved for 13 years. I couldn't have left without knowing that it was a place that we were going to stay together and really commit to a process together. And I was sold on that, and I continue to be sold on it.
I wonder if Coach Brad Stevens feels like he's recruiting another college class with all those draft picks locked in his stockpile.
I know he's feeling real good about his decision. He's one of the bright coaching stars in our league.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far. With a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. And a different look here for the Pistons. Andre Drummond's checked in for Aaron Baines. Marjanovic comes in for Morris. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Johnson. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Ish Smith. Jones in at point guard. Horford is out there with Jay Crowder. Then there's Bradley, and it's Young in at the two spot. That's the Boston Five. The dish to Horford. From the wing, and it's good, 2 points. Horford's got 5 points in the quarter.
I mean, on offense, he has been a constant force. You get him the ball, and there's a good chance he's going to knock that shot down.
Drummond the screen. Jackson kicks to Drummond. He used that pick to get in close.
I love his effort so far. It's scoring at a consistent clip. Unfortunately, though, his team remains well behind.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, they call him Rain Man, and in the last game against the Bucks was tremendous. Just an incredible number of points, and was his usual self on the defensive side with a number of steals. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. Kevin, we'll see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
David, thanks for the great update, and what a jaw-dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, he's given himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
Yeah, and I think that's the point of it. I think he likes that. It's a challenge to try to improve upon what was such a spectacular display last time out.
And the bucket counts. He's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
And that's the part of Horford's game that doesn't garner much attention. Great at setting screens to spring open his teammates.
And with more and more big men looking to shoot from outside, Chris, a lot of pick and rolls are turning into pick and pops. In your experience, which was harder to defend?
It depends on the player. I mean, if a guy can pick and pop but he can't dribble, it's easy to stop him because you run him off his spot. If a guy likes to drive, it's easy because, hey, you let him have that jump shot. But if a guy can pass and dribble, then you're in a tough position because, one, he can catch quick and shoot and knock it down. And secondly, I used to like catching it, pump faking, and attacking the basket right away. And third, after I dunk on your head, I'm going to attack, pump fake, and drive and kick it out because help has to come over to help you because the pick and pop has put you in a terrible position. So yes. I love the pick and pop, but it all depends on the offensive player's skill set to determine how you play each certain individual.
Great way to put it. Jacks up a three. Pistons keep it alive. The shot from the low post is good.
Your heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Jones dishes to Crowder. Picked by Zeller. Got a piece of it and stolen by Harris. Down low. Here's Marjanovic. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Walking with legends here, guys. Look at some outstanding seasons, decades apart, averaging a triple-double in each game over the course of an entire NBA season. Oscar Robertson's 1961-62 season was something to marvel at. And now, in our current era, a special player making his own mark on the NBA with the tremendous play he's been showing us all season long.
And that's still one of the most hallowed achievements in NBA history. I mean, we're talking about the Big O averaging a triple-double over the course of an entire season. I mean, to think we have another player with a shot to do that, it really speaks to the one-of-a-kind season he's having. This
Nice job, Orange Juice. Hustle up, take a seat. Hey, we're in great shape, fellas. Now, no matter how much we go up, we need to keep that same winning mentality. Remember, you're my Pippen and you're my Jordan. Finish this game like they will.
And look to prove a point.
And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for Detroit.
And guys, this is why depth is so important. On a night where Prez and Justice haven't had the usual juice that we are kind of accustomed to, the rest of the team has been carrying them thus far. It is so valuable to have that sort of depth where your top 2 guys can be having an off game and yet you're still in a great position to win.
On the wing, Jones, no luck.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
Oh, they really made a mess of that one. That really should have been an easy basket.
And now here comes Jones, leading the break. Boston, no good that time either. Detroit's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Harris passes to Marjanovic. Kicks it to Drummond. Crowder with the steal. To the paint, and now Jones running the floor all by himself.
And credit Crowder with his activity, disrupting the play. He got them out running that time.
The Pistons shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Jackson with it. Jones covering. Jackson kicks to Drummond. Dishes it to Caldwell Pope. Clock at 6. As to Drummond. Inside runner and stolen by Zeller. Outside, Jones. Hung outside, back to Jones. It's Young on the wing. Nice ball movement by Boston. A nice shot by Zeller.
A high efficiency score. I mean, inside. I mean, Zeller with those great soft hands.
Harris a screen on Jones. Here's Jackson. That one's not going to go. Now Boston takes it the other way. Shoots the 3, and it's Jones. That time on the assist from Carter. 34 points for Rain Man.
That's what happens when you show great discipline like he has in his shot selection. Only taking the ones he feels he really can knock down.
And the shot goes in.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
From deep. No good there. Some solid defense there from Jackson. It's stolen by Jones. Takes the 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. Jones has got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for Boston.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Presidential the Pistons have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
And he can't get the first one.
Oh, and Jackson is not just a terrific shooter, but a fantastic defender as well, using his great speed on both ends.
And he's good on the second. And here's Jones. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's the Celtics running away with it. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Amazing offense in the first half. Where did that come from?
I mean, is it really that many points? I guess if you say so, it is, man. I'm not really concerned with the points or how I'm getting them, you know. If I start counting points now, the rest of the game is just going to get away from me. So
we'll do the rest of the counting from here on out, okay? Good job in the first half. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
Bring it in, guys. Hey, great work in the first half. Hey, this is what happens when we play our brand of basketball. They cannot stop us. Do not take your foot off the gas, gentlemen. This is our game. Come on.
Never a shortage of motion on Soldiers Field Road as we welcome you back to historic Boston. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. It's been a clinic out there by Rainman.
he was just like a jitterbug out there. I mean, disrupting passes, getting his hands on a lot of balls, forcing turnovers and steals. Just a solid job all the way around.
Like to watch him play like that. Makes the game so much more interesting.
Yeah, this is the fire his coach and teammates really have been encouraging him to show, really attacking the ball on defense tonight.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. On the wings, Caldwell, Pope, and Harris. John Lure's out there with Andre Drummond, and it's Jackson in a point guard.
And you can't say enough about Young. I mean, he relishes every minute he's out there on the court. It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that.
Well, Chris, you've had a surgery that has affected many in the league in the last few decades and still currently in today's NBA. What is it like going through a microfracture procedure? How did it change your game?
Well, I'm not the only one. This did end a lot of guys' career. When I think about Jamal Mashburn, Jason Kidd, even though he's a guard and much lighter. Tracy McGrady, the same thing. He doesn't weigh as much as a guy like myself or Zebo, but it's difficult coming back. I mean, just because the post-care process doesn't allow you to put any weight on the leg or allows you to use your leg. So really you have the muscle that atrophies. You have to relearn to walk again, to jump again. And so I had to learn from going to be a player that played above the rim to now being able to play below the rim and find out ways to score like that. And so it's tough. The rehab is long, tedious, and boring. It's monotonous, but it's something that you have to get through, and basically it's your love of the game, because rehabilitation or that surgery is no fun at all. That you're at least talking about, in my opinion, 20 months before you see your old self.
Drummond dishes to Lure. Good work there as it goes. And you look back, Chris, at the teams that Stan Van Gundy has coached in the past, each one of them were considered contenders for so long.
Well, the job of turning things around here in Detroit has been nothing short of spectacular.
Brown is checked in for Boston. He threw good. Lure. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it's always a transition and a difficult one for college coaches to come to the pros, but Celtics coach Brad Stevens made one of the smoothest we've seen after leading Butler to back-to-back national championship games. You hear that buzz from players to opposing coaches. Greg Popovich said, "I really respect what he does. His team executes. I'll still watch his Butler team. Trying to learn some stuff, to be honest with you. I praise indeed, fellas."
And Popovich, really the godfather of the active coaches right now, D.A. His voice carries certainly a lot of weight in this league. Thank you. Jackson with it. Jones covering. Knocked away. Young with the steal.
Wow, he was one step at... Ooh!
That's how you attack. Wow.
Jones against Jackson. He feeds it to Drummond. They set the pick. He kicks to Caldwell Pope. Detroit, no good that time either.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half. Scoring well here at the midway point, and now they're starting to put some distance between them.
Well, they've really kicked it up a notch. They're trying their best to run away with this one.
Harris setting the pick for Jackson. Young with the steal. It's Brown with the drive. That one a little long.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Harris kicks to Caldwell Pope, and it's sent back by Horford.
Wow, the rim protection by Horford. I mean, Al Horford standing 6'10", always plays.
Detroit making a switch here. Baines is checked in. Here's Jackson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The thing about Reggie Jackson is he plays with the chip on his shoulder.
Reggie definitely has an edge to his game and plays like somebody stepped on his new shoes or scratched his car. Players with that mentality, though, I love them. They are rare, but some of the grittiest players in the game. He has fit in perfectly in the deep because of that edge.
Screen by Jones. From 17 feet out, he can't get that one to fall. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. Three-pointer. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 6 assists now in the game. Second half here, we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Horford sets a screen for Young. Picked by Horford from beyond the arc, and Young just in the three there. Nice look.
And that's the shot that's dropping for Young when he is playing with confidence.
Jackson against Jones. Jackson kicks to Harris. Puts it up from 12. And Boston with the rebound. Feeds it to Young. Young off a bit from Jones. And finished off by Horford.
Just remarkable vision. Young is so talented at spotting the open man.
Jones against Jackson. Harris passes to Caldwell Pope. Drummond the screen. The offensive rebound.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Here's Horford. And again, it's Boston converted.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Jackson dishes to Baines. And Jones over to help. It's stolen by Jones. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. Jones has got 47 points.
And you can tell he's having the ball out there. He's in the zone. And when he gets this hot, look out.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Jackson. To stop the run. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
Even when the defense is on him, Jackson buries these jumpers. He's used to having a hand in his face.
Passes it to Horford. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
He's 0 of 1 from the line, missing on his first trip.
He's hit his free throws at a pretty good clip this year, 77%.
Thomas checked in for Boston. And then for Detroit, Marcus Morris is checked in for Tobias Harris. Johnson comes in for Kentavious Caldwell Pope. And it's Ish Smith in for Reggie Jackson.
Now, you knew when you heard the Stan Van Gundy was coming to Detroit that they would be built around protecting their basketball. This team has continued to focus on tough defense to win games. They have the talent and the effort to continue to improve.
Smith outside to the middle. Here's Baines. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
And the precision he passed by highly skilled playmaker.
And if you are playing defense on this Piston team, then you will not see the court. It's just that plain, and that's simple.
exactly right. It's a saying that says the bench is a coach's best friend. What better incentive than to sit that guy on the bench for being lazy on defense? And good team defense starts at the top down. Coach Van Gundy has been preaching it, and the leaders on the team have brought it in. They do a great job of rebounding to close out possessions. Pistons also contest every shot they can get to, even on the perimeter.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And when he gets it in close, Al Horford is one of the best, one of the premier finishers in this league.
Thomas with the steal. And Jones gets it to go in on the assist by Thomas. Thomas got his fourth assist with that last one here tonight. Morris with a screen on Young. Smith the pass to Morris. Johnson from outside. It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here.
A chance to check out stats for Young. His last 10 games have been exceptional. He's getting around 16 points a game, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Zeller, he's checked in for Horford. Olynyk comes in for Brown. Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Young. And Smart subbed in for Jones. Stolen by Thomas. 4-on-3 break. The 10-footer. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Zeller's got his second basket.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Johnson kicks to Smith, and he uses the glass on the way up.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Strong fundamentals right there. He didn't consider the height disadvantage too long. Instead, he just went right at him and sunk it in his grill, in the face.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Johnson outside. He dishes it to Morris. Three-pointer. Zeller grabs the board.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
They grabbed their own miss. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
With his shooting touch, Olynyk is a big man that you hesitate to put on the line.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots at the game right here. Kelly Olynyk will be at the line shooting 2. 2 shots. That's on the first. And he knocks down the first one.
And Kelly Olynyk grew up in Toronto. In 7th grade, his family moved to Kamloops, British Columbia. He and Steve Nash were 2 notable players to come out that region.
And so Olynyk nails both of them.
Detroit has had such a rich history with the Pistons, and there have been so many great players to put on the blue and red. Just think about it. Guys from the Bad Boys era like Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars. Even further back of guys like Bob Lanier. Excellent vision right there on that assist. Perfect setting.
Boston's got 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. Now Zeller, he's got 6. They set the pick, and Thomas has it in the corner. Just 5 to shoot, and that one good. 8 points for Tyler Zeller.
Good job right there by Zeller, finishing through the contact.
Smith kicks to Johnson. At the top of the key, Baines. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Pistons need to get off a shot here. A 3 from Morris. And Boston with the rebound.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Wow, and like all great scorers, Thomas never fazed by a little defensive pressure.
Johnson outside. Up top, Marjanovic. In the corner, Smith with it. The feed now to Baines. That shot, no good. So the Celtics will take it the other way. It's a victory here for the home team. Last time these guys met.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
Yeah, I thought they were dialed in terms of what the other team was trying to do, and then showed the athleticism to turn it into a blowout.
And a missed late.
They have to be happy at least with how they set it up. Most of the time, that's a sure man.
Here's Smart. Thomas, it's a wide open look. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got his 4th assist in this one.
You know, guys, fast break points right now in their favor, and they're really pushing the tempo.
Here's Johnson. It's deflected.
Unbelievable rejection from Smart there. Really using his insane vertical to send that one back.
Here's Thomas with the 3. Here's Zeller. Rebound by the Pistons. Marjanovic has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Baines. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
You know, you can feel the desperation right now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
Oh, man, this is when the coach gives you the whistle and needs to settle his guys down. Don't worry about the run. Go one possession at a time.
Johnson kicks to Morris. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
One thing you knew about Stanley Johnson coming into this league as a rookie is that he already had an NBA body. He's deceptively strong with his frame and can close ground very quickly. He's hard to move when defending because of how strong he is.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And with Johnson, you know, the physical gifts, Chris, are just right in front of you.
Well, Kev, he reminds some a little bit of Jimmy Butler and how he first started his NBA career. He still has a lot to learn, but he can play tough defense.
Boston making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. And Detroit with a change here, too. John Lure, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. And both free throws good for Johnson.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Smart kicks to Johnson. Pass to Thomas. This one for 3. Score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Well, the three-pointer has always been a big part of Thomas's arsenal. I mean, the quick release, able to hit on the move.
Morris a screen. To the inside. Marjanovic. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Marjanovic has got 5.
Unselfish feed. The bounce pass being used to perfection.
Smart with the ball. Outside Thomas. And it's Boston with another.
And with his usual degree of difficulty, I mean, that's an easy one. Thomas able to just catch and release.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Celtics out in front, delivering the blowout. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And now let's take a listen to Stan Van Gundy on a recent huddle.
Just relax and play the game. Relax and play the game. Relax and play the game. All right.
In case they forgot that, of course, from the very invigorating words from Stan Van Gundy, repeating what he'd like to see more of them right now.
Yeah, and I think Coach feels they're getting too caught up in things that don't matter. Resetting their mindsets here. Well, let's see if it helps.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Jones, he's in at point guard. Young is out there with Amir Johnson. Then it's Zeller, and it's Levins in at the 2. That's the Boston 5. On the pass to Zeller, it's Young on the wing. Shoots from 12, and he gets that one to go.
beautiful touch from the mid-range, really sticking it to the D from there.
Smith against Jones. Smith, no luck.
Well, nice. You have to love it. He worked very hard to get a great look at the bucket. Those are the shots you want him taking every time.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Now, here's Levens. Defense is right there. And here's Young from the arc. And again, Boston with the triple.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Jones against Smith. Shoots from the baseline. And good that time.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Isn't that when you use your other skills like your mindset? That's just a high basketball IQ play right there. He knew he was no match inside. So what did he do? He pulled his defender out farther from the hoop.
Outside, Jones from deep. The long distance three is good. Jones has got 54 points.
This has been an amazing display, a true crowd-pleasing performance for him. I mean, and it's helped get this team the lead.
Smith the pass to Marjanovic.
Boston foul call. That's his personal.
Olenek, he's checked in for Amir Johnson. It's getting harder and harder to become an NBA owner. Franchise values are skyrocketing. The league, Chris, as you know, has set limits on how many minority owners a team can have. 25 per team is the number. They each have to own at least 1%.
You know, there's only 30 of them, and the chance to make your impact on a franchise is just tremendously exciting. You know, we've seen in the past years where ownership groups could become very fragmented, so I definitely understand that train of thought.
Great perspective. Ray McCallum's checked in for Smith. And so he makes both from the line. Boston's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Here's Jones. Inside. Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Detroit. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's McCallum, defended by Jones. There's the dish to McCallum. Shot clock at 6. Here's Baines. Detroit, no good that time either.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Pistons have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. It's stolen by Jones. And here we go. Fast break. Levens has got it. Back to Jones. Now, here's Levens. He's tightly guarded.
And that could go from the line since halftime.
You know, Kobe Bryant retired last season. One thing that Chris, he's been really adamant about is the need to improve youth development of basketball in this country. Now, he grew up in Italy and feels like a lot of kids aren't getting the coaching and skill development they need at a young age here. What do you think?
I agree. I think a lot of the game is being lost, not necessarily with just highlights or superstar players, but I mean the true essence of the game, how to box out, how to make a bounce pass, how to play for your teammates. Just the culture of the game needs to go back to its origin, and I think that can happen through the NBA taking charge like they have in this. I mean, who better than the best players in the best league, the best commissioner in the world? And so I think it's great that we get involved in these communities and make sure that we set the tempo and the template for how the game is grown in these communities.
Well, that was well said. Now here's Jones. Pick by Zeller. Jones kicks to Young, trying his luck deep, and again, Boston with the triple.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
And, well, Detroit shooting 43% from the floor. Kicks it to Bullock. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Dishes it to McCallum. Out left to the wing. 5 on the clock. And here's Morris for 3. Again, the miss by Morris.
And he has slipped into a funk. You can see the confidence is shaking.
Yeah, everybody goes through slumps. You can't let it get to him, though. Everyone makes mistakes on the floor. You just have to always be thinking about the next play.
Here's Young. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Young's got 19 points.
He's feeling it this half. Total turnaround after a rough first half.
And McCallum kicks to Morris. Chris, when you think about what you've been able to accomplish throughout your life to this point, aside from your NBA career, what have been some of your most fulfilling experiences?
You know what I think are my charities. I think working with people in the cities that I've played with and in the home of Detroit and trying to help and give back in some of those ways. I think sports-wise, of course, is high school titles, playing in college with my boys. And personally, in the art-wise, I would have to say being a producer and producing 2 songs for Nas, one of the greatest rappers that ever walked the face of this earth. And so being able to produce 2 songs on an album like that, just a great feel. So for me, I've never been one to really to share those passions and talk about them. But I definitely would say charity and arts, two big passions.
Well said. Chris, in your playing days, you suited up for both the East and the Western Conferences. Traditionally, we've seen the Western Conference be the stronger of the 2 in the last couple decades. But do you feel that has a chance to change, or are we in the midst of that changing now?
No, we aren't. Nothing's changing. But I tell you what, LeBron being on that East Coast for so long has really, really helped in that regard.
Yes, great point. And so Olynyk nails both of them. And the Pistons with possession here. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. It's stolen by Jones. And now here comes Jones leading the break. Young for 3. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 at that basket.
After going scoring in the first half, he has found his shot in the second.
Detroit's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. McCallum dishes to Morris. Got a piece of it. Young with the steal. Oh, and here comes Young.
And that's just all energy. Young really a pest on defense with his quick instinct.
And McCallum kicks to Morris. Perhaps the most memorable team, Chris, you played on, the Kings of the early 2000s. We see a lot of teams now that have that same up-tempo style with great passing. Is this the way basketball is meant to be played?
I think so. I think, you have 5 players on the court, and unlike other sports, you have to play offense and defense on this team. And so to keep guys motivated, to keep guys engaged, you want guys that want to touch the ball and score. There could be guys that can be just decoys out there, but they're still touching the ball, being part of the offense. And there's no worse feeling than to come down for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possessions and not touch the ball. And as a fan, for me, it's nothing worse than watching a team come down 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possessions and the guy try to go one-on-one and he really can't score. And you're looking at the coach like, get this guy off the floor. So team basketball is great. Why? Because you get more open looks, better shot selection, you get different guys in different positions. And I think most importantly, you don't think about this, you get more highlights because it makes the defense move from side to side. It makes the defense more engaged and pay attention. And therefore, when they slip up, it's that much more special with the play. And you can only do that mostly with 5 players that move the ball. So, yeah, team ball is definitely the best player. But even on the best teams, you need a guy that can go get you some buckets.
Okay. The offensive rebound. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. The first one falls. And the Celtics making a change here. Smart's checked in. Detroit also making some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Ellenson. Johnson comes in for Morris. And it's Ish Smith in for Reggie Bullock. And here's Jones. And it's Zeller atop the key. Smart, wide open, he fires. Buries the long-range jumper.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Jones against Smith. To the inside. And that one's good. Marjanovic has got 6 in the quarter.
Good things come to those who go inside the paint.
Jones kicks to Olynyk. Pass to Zeller. Jones against Smith. Jones tries in. And look at Prez there, just punishing the rim.
You love the ferocity that Prez finished that playoff with. No layups for the big fella.
They set the pick. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on
Prez. And I
that will
approve
get
that
him
steal.
his 4th foul of the game.
Presidential.
The NBA game more analyzed than ever before. The teams are competing against one another, but also, Chris, we're seeing the league is sharing a lot more information with fans. Analytics now becoming a very important part of it.
Well, I think the one thing that you have to remember about analytics, though, is that there isn't a consistent variable. You know, it doesn't take into account what a guy went through that day, the defender that's playing against him, whether it's cold, whether it's warm. So I caution a little bit about analytics, but at the same time, fans need as much information as possible. So I'm glad that the fans get as much information as they need because then they can be as informed as they like to, so they can sit back and armchair quarterback like myself and kind of make decisions or second-guess decisions that are going on based on their knowledge of the game. So I think it's great for teams, for fans, for everyone, that you just have more information about the teams that you love.